In the previous video, we saw how to complete the registration process on Zensera. You would have come to this screen and waited for an email. In the meantime, you are also asked to download the mobile apps on the respective app stores. You should have in the meantime received an email stating that your Zensera environment is ready for use. Simply open the email, click on the link. You'll be taken to your own microsite on Zensera as you had stated in the subdomain, and click on Login. In this video, we will help you get started with Zensera, demonstrate how to set up your digital warehouse, and invite your team members to come join you on Zensera. When you log in, you will see a screen like this, which is fairly empty, but it will get populated once you start using Zensera. First, let's get you familiar with what you see on your screen. On the left, you have the navigation bar with the different entry points. Starting from the dashboard provides you an overview of operations in your warehouse, so you can make data-driven decisions quickly and effortlessly. Key details like how many tools are in or out of your warehouse, how many tools have active or expired certifications, which tools need attention, and what are the latest damages being reported are some of the aspects that gets reflected on the dashboard. This section will automatically get populated once the system is being used. The second point on the navigation menu is the inventory section. This is the heart of the Zensera system, your digital warehouse and your inventory catalog. Here you can easily find the tools and equipment you're looking for, see who's using it, what certifications it has, and what are the damages that have been reported on the tool. The third item on the navigation menu is the orders. This section gives you an overview of which tools are checked out of the warehouse, who is responsible for it, and when it will come back. The fourth item on the menu is the company section, where you can manage different aspects of your company pertinent to Zensera. It helps you set up and manage company-specific details, such as setting up one or more warehouses, creating the categories you wish to use for your warehouses, inviting employees to Zensera, and generating and printing QR codes, among other things. The fifth item on the menu is the notification section. This section displays all the notifications that you have opted to receive. You can change the notification settings by simply clicking on the icon over here on the right. Another important entry point is the damages section. This section gives you an overview of all damages being reported by users of Zensera on particular tools. It gives you an opportunity as a manager to view the damage information sent by other employees, for example, out in the field, and take prompt action. Last but not least, the last item on the menu is the feedback section. This is the feedback form. We would love to hear from you on your experience using Zensera. It would be great to hear about what worked for you, what didn't work so well, and if you face any challenges with Zensera. We are constantly improving our product, and feedback from our users would be really helpful to provide you with the most value. If you move to the right side of the screen, you see here the universal drop-down menu. This menu is displayed at all times. It gives you quick access to some of the most important operations you can perform on Zensera. The menu is also context sensitive, which means it shows you the right action point depending on the page you find yourself on. For example, if you go to the inventory section, the drop-down automatically changes to create tools to help you create tools as quickly and effortlessly as possible. Now let's start populating your Zensera with some information. The first step in the process is to create tool categories you would like to use for your warehouse. Simply click on the universal dropdown, click on Create Category, enter the category name you would like to create. If you would like this to be a parent category, click on the checkbox Create as Root Category. By creating a parent category, you can add as many subcategories as you would like under this specific parent. Finally, choose an image you would like and click on Create Category. That's it. The category is all set. Now let's see how to create a subcategory under the category you just created. You can call it sub test 01 or anything you would like for that matter. You can choose the parent category that you just created. Choose an icon if you would like and click on Create Category. That's it. You just created a parent category, test01, and a subcategory. If you would like to change or edit categories, you can do this under the company section and clicking on categories. Here you see your parent category and you see the subcategory you just created. You can always edit or delete categories as you would like. Now let's create your first tools in Zensera. In order to create your first tools, make sure you've created one or more categories as shown in the previous step. And simply click on the universal dropdown and select Create Tools. Fill out the simple form. You can create additional manufacturers by using the drop-down menu. The process is very similar to creating a category. Choose your category here and choose the warehouse you want it to be associated with. Now if you have multiple units of the same type of tool, you can add multiple units here. You can add an image if you'd like and simply click on Create Tools. That's it. You've created your first tools in Zensera. You can verify that by clicking on the category type, and there you go. You see your 5 units of tools. Now you might be wondering, what if I have multiple tools that I want to upload to Zensera in one go? We wanted to make it as simple as possible to bulk upload tools on Zensera. So we've created this uploading function using an Excel sheet. For this, all you need to do is click on the universal dropdown and click on Upload Tools. You'd be presented with a window like this. All you have to do is simply follow the steps. The first step is to download an Excel template. Save the file to your preferred location. The file looks like this. It has several columns where you can describe the attributes of your tools. The tab here called Info gives you all the details about what each of the columns mean. To keep it simple, the only mandatory fields are tool name and tool ID. The remaining fields are not mandatory. You can choose to enter manufacturer category or warehouse name, but if you do, make sure that it already corresponds to the ones you've created on Zensera. Once you've filled out this form, go back to your Zensera web platform and choose Upload File. Choose the file, and the program will process your Excel file now and upload the tools to Zensera. In case there are errors, you will see them in this section like this. If you click on each of the lines, you will see a short description of why this error is happening. In these cases, it's clear we entered warehouses and categories into the Excel sheet that were not created on Zensera. So in order to fix this, let's go back to our Excel sheet. And these categories here, these warehouses here, were not created in our Zensera account, so it doesn't match, which is why it's creating the error. Let's try by taking out the categories, taking out the warehouses. In this case, the tools get mapped to your default warehouse. Category is marked as uncategorized, and manufacturer is marked as other. Let's save our file. Let's go back to our program and click on Upload File. Choose our file, and that seems to be a success. The tools we just uploaded using the Excel sheet should have been updated into Zensera. Let's try refreshing our page. And there you see, there's a whole bunch of tools uploaded under the uncategorized section. That's it. You've just mastered how to upload tools using the Excel sheet. You're on your way to mastering Zensera and saving valuable time and resources in your daily work. So we've just learned how to create tools in Zensera using the Create Tools form as well as bulk upload using the Excel sheet. Now let's look at generating and printing your own QR codes. In order for your tools and equipment to be easily identifiable, we've created this feature to generate and print your own company-specific QR codes. These can be printed on any laser printer using A4 size adhesive paper. For best results, weatherproof paper is recommended. The QR codes can be easily scanned using the mobile app to perform a range of operations, including identifying the tool, checking out the tool, checking in the tool, and pairing a tool to a QR code. We'll do a separate video on how to get the most of your mobile app, but for now, let's focus on generating and printing these QR codes. In order to do this, simply click on your universal drop-down menu and click on Generate Code. Select the number of QR codes you would like to generate. Let's say 6, and choose a template, how it should be generated. This is basically how your QR codes will be displayed on the printed paper. So a 2x6 template will print a total of 12 QR codes on a page, and a 1x6 template will print a total of 6 QR codes per page. Now make sure you have the right A4 size paper loaded into your printer. Click on Generate and Print. If you'd like to save it as PDF, you can always do that within your computer. This is how a 2x6 template would look like when you're asked to generate 6 QR codes. These can be printed and stuck onto your individual tools. The pairing process itself takes place on the mobile app, which we will show in a separate video. These codes are unique to your company, and only authorized personnel would be able to scan and get further details once they are paired to a tool. Wow, we've learned so much in this video. We've just learned how the navigation bar works, the different components and the entry points on the navigation bar. We've learned what are the different functions in the universal drop-down menu. We've learned how to create categories, how to create tools, and we've just learned how to generate and print our own QR codes. As and when we went through these steps, the dashboard kept getting populated, as you see in this screen. Now, the last thing you need to get started with Zensera is inviting your team members to the platform. For this, simply click on the universal drop-down menu and select Invite Employee. Fill out the company email address and select the role that the employee should have on Zensera. To give you a brief overview of these roles, a user level is sufficient for an employee who works with tools and equipment, example, an installer, a construction worker, a warehouse worker, or a loader. The role of a manager is generally for employees who need an overview of warehouse operations, for example, a warehouse manager, an asset manager, or a project manager. The admin roles are generally for company management or company representatives. Managers and admins have similar rights with one exception. Admins are also able to edit profiles of other employees and change their roles in the system. Using this form, you can also invite multiple employees in one go by simply clicking on the Add More button. Once you're done filling in the information, click on Send Invitations, and the invitation should be on their way. The employees would get an email with an invitation link, and they would be guided through the registration process. Once they're done, they will automatically join your company account on Zensera. Well, that's it for now. In the next video, we will show you how to use the mobile app. We will also show you how to pair the QR codes to the various physical tools and equipments. Until then, stay tuned.